Alright people, so I want to talk about, since it was just Mother's Day last week, I meant to make this video like last week around Mother's Day, but since it's Mother's Day, obviously a day for women, I wanted to make a video talking about, you always hear about feminism and the war on women. Well, I want to talk about kind of the real war on women, that they make you believe that, that our nation is unbelievably racist and sexist against blacks and women, and everybody here is discriminated against, when that's totally not the case. And we are a very free, open society. If you compare us to any, society really throughout the world, I mean, we're probably the most free and open society. I mean, we're a very liberal society, and liberal in the sense that we are open to certain cultures and, gay people, and, we're a very laid back culture. That's what the point I'm trying to make. But again, it's, they make it seem like, oh, women get paid less. Women, and that's true. I mean, women probably do get paid less because typically the male, the male fucking is the guy who works harder. Like when I'm talking not harder overall, but usually works a hard, like I'll give you an example. My mom works like 2 days a week, so obviously she isn't making as much, as my stepfather, who works 5 days a week and works a better job because he's, again, the male usually works hard, more than the fucking woman, and usually works a more advanced job. Not to say that there aren't great pioneers of women out there, that there are many women who are very smart and educated out there. But like I said, they make you believe that, all men are like fucking sexist against women. And, it is true that 100 years ago, women weren't allowed to vote. Women were, again, discriminated against. But that has fucking totally changed around. They make you believe like we're still in the fucking 1960s with black people being discriminated against. And that, again, totally false. It's not fucking true. Our nation has come a long way in that aspect. But they want you to believe that, again, we have all these problems, so then they can implement certain policies to, take away our freedoms and tell us we're bad and shit like that. It's total bullshit. But where does the real war on women take place? It takes place in Muslim countries. That's what the liberals won't talk about. They'll talk about all the hate that takes place here with Donald Trump and other people and his supporters. That's, they'll talk about them like they're like the worst people on earth. They'll compare him to Hitler, but you never hear about they'll rarely talk about how severe women are treated in places like Saudi Arabia, where they are, they can't drive. They're basically property of their husbands there. I mean, it's a total hellhole over there. But you won't hear about that as much. You'll hear about Donald Trump and how bad he treats women. When, they did a New York Times piece on how bad Donald Trump treats women, and one of the main people in that who was profiled in there came out and said it was a complete fraud and a lie. And again, they take shit out of context, again, when they're talking about Trump. Because I was watching like a compilation, like a super PAC put together, and it showed him saying he was on Howard Stern, which is a joking interview. I mean, that's not even a serious fucking interview yet. They act like it was. And he says, I watched the whole interview actually, because I find Howard Stern quite entertaining at times. And Howard Stern asks him, do you treat women with respect? And he goes, well, I can't say that to be true. And then, like, he said it in a joking way. Then, like, 5 seconds later, he's like, yes, I do treat women with respect. So, again, they take things out of context there. And they totally misrepresent, again, to make it look like there's this big war on women and women get discriminated against. I mean, whenever fucking, like, like when Donald Trump fucking, told Megyn Kelly she has blood coming out of her wherever, again, people use that to try to say, oh, Trump's so fucking sexist. When, I mean, that could be taken multiple ways. Did he mean she was on her period? I don't fucking know, but even if he did, I mean, that's not like that's, oh, what a harsh comedy. I'm sure Megyn Kelly, is just so traumatized by that event. I mean, I go on YouTube here and I have people telling me to kill myself, and I could care fucking less. I mean, don't go out there and tell me, Megyn Kelly's so traumatized by that event. That got her fucking more publicity than she's ever probably had. So don't tell me, that's fucking, don't fucking tell me that. That's so bad. But they make it out to be so bad. And they make it, like the slightest of things that you do, to women, and also too, the whole fat shaming thing is another thing that pisses me the fuck off. I mean, again, I see people, I made a whole video about this, how it's not a good thing to be fat. I see people all on social media saying, oh, you need a thick girl, fat girls are sexy. Just totally, trying to make it seem like it's a great thing to be fucking fat. And we almost see a glorification of being fat. Like, no, it's not attractive to be fat. That's why if that was the case, then why aren't there any fat? I mean, look at models. And while a lot of models are anorexic, it just shows the fact that men are more attractive to not overweight women than overweight women. I mean that's like a fact. And again, they make you believe that, oh, you're so bad because, like Donald Trump actually had fucking, hot model girlfriends. Oh my God, he's so fucking bad. But yeah, again, Bill Clinton has had women come out and say multiple women, may I add, that have come out and said that that they were raped by Bill Clinton, and nobody talks about that, do they? Oh, but it's so bad that Trump has fucking hot women girlfriends. Again, that's just fucking natural for men to be attracted to, a beautiful woman or an attractive woman. But again, the whole fucking, you hear the left mostly talk about women, and again, talk about how this country has such a huge sexist problem. It's not the case. It's not the fucking case. And they'll take one instance of, somebody being sexist, and they'll use it to demonize the whole nation. They'll use it to demonize the whole conservative or libertarian or, the whole movement. And it's just bullshit again. And it's, again, the whole idea of political correctness, it's like, it's totally ridiculous, because the things we say to our friends, are fucking 10 times worse than the shit I've heard Donald Trump say. So don't, come out here and just bash Donald Trump for, what he says in public, when we damn well know that a lot of people in private say much worse things. And, again, if you're going to bash Donald Trump for, that shit, just, save it, because it's not really, again, are we really going to be that politically correct to focus on the type of words Donald Trump is using? Some people are like, oh, I don't want my children to hear those words. I mean, get the fuck out of here with that too, because we all know in this world, you turn on the television and you hear, fucking swear words all over the place. You go out in public, you hear swear words. So don't fucking give me that shit that, oh, kids are going to hear what Donald Trump says. They already do hear that. Fucking a lot of parents use swear words, and you hear it on television all the fucking time. Even PG shows, again, that are branded as PG shows, use fucking swear words. So let's stop with this political correct bullshit. So there you go, people. There's kind of another politics video and kind of my thoughts on the real war on women. So there you go, people.